Want to learn how you can make your island go from this to this? Well, today we're going to be talking about how you can get a body cam style post-processing effect using UEFN. Let's go ahead and get the first-person camera device in here and change the field of view to 100. The next thing I'm going to do is bring in a post-process volume to add some camera effects. And the first thing I'll check in here is the infinite extent button so that it works outside the volume. And then I'll enable bloom to help soften the highlights by setting the intensity to 2 and the threshold to -0.75. Now I'm going to enable auto exposure, but I'm going to put the exposure compensation to 1.7 because body cam's exposed for shadows. And then I'll add some chromatic aberration at 2.8 with an offset of 0.16, and this gets us the green and pink effect around the edges of objects. Now I'm increasing detail strength to get more contrast, and then I'm going to set the lens flare to 2. Now I'm enabling some vignette. I'll bring it to 0.8 so that we can darken the edges around the screen, just like that. And let's desaturate our global color so that we get a low quality camera look to this island. I'm going to make our shadows more of a green, and I'm going to make our highlights more of a blue. This should give us a nice cold look. Alright, finally let's add some film grain. I'm going to put the intensity to 0.75. I'm going to do a textile size of 2.7. Look at that. Now we've got a really rough film grain look. And last but not least, I'm going to add our post-processing materials. I've got a really great fisheye post-process material. It's inspired by IX Productions. And I'll add that right in our details panel. And then I've also got this vignette post-process material, which is really just a round black border with some feathered edges. There it is. And finally, let's use this day sequence device to pivot from this bright sunny day into something darker. Now, of course, we'll compensate with some light from the moon. We'll add some fog with these settings right here. We'll add our skylight here. We'll add our sky. And we'll add some clouds. You can go ahead and copy these settings if you want, or you can mess around with the day sequence device to get a night sky that really fits your island best. Now here's the final product, a realistic body cam effect in Fortnite. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all learned something, and I can't wait to see what you make with this cool new effect.